Hello and welcome to your intro to yoga practice. As you know, I'm Stephanie and I'm here to guide you. And let's begin by getting comfortable. So if you're already resting, can you ensure that all of the spaces in your body feel soft and relaxed? Allowing a sense of ease to wash over the body here as you begin to let go of your day, let go of your week, and all the thoughts you've accumulated in the mind's eye. Choosing to hang up your to-do list for the next 45 minutes and any distractions you brought with you. And as we begin, I invite you to dedicate your practice to yourself, promising from these first few moments to honor your breath, to honor your energy levels, and all the messages you receive from the physical body as you move today. Perhaps you repeat in the mind's eye, I listen to my body and I honor what it needs. Breathing it in. I honor my body and I listen to what it needs. Trusting in your own inner guide as you more intentionally observe your breath. Choosing to fill up all the space that you have with each inhale and choosing to release all the way to the bottom with each exhale. If you find a sticky spot in your breath, can you choose not to rush through it? Can you choose to accept it as is and allow your breath to untangle naturally? Together, let's take 5 more rounds of breath, choosing not to rush a single moment. Emptying the breath all the way until there's nothing else left to release. And from here, begin to wake yourself back up. Little wiggles and sways, whatever would feel right in this moment. And if you are seated like me, begin to make your way onto your back with your strap nearby. As you rest onto your back body, step your feet wide and begin to sway your knees in a windshield wipe, welcoming all those creaks and cracks you feel through the low back. One more sway each direction. And as your knees come to stillness, hug them in towards your chest. Give yourself a squeeze, maybe a little rock. Coming to stillness, place just your right foot down and weave your left hand through the inside of your left knee to grab onto the outside edge of your left foot, maybe your ankle. Moving into half happy baby here. Your right knee could be pointed directly up towards the ceiling, or maybe you open your right knee up like the right side of your body is in cobbler's pose. How does that feel? As you begin to settle into sensation a little bit deeper, can you choose to anchor into your steady breath? If you've opened up through your right knee, close up your right knee. Keep your right foot down as you release your left hand and pull your left knee back in towards your chest. From here, we will interlace fingers behind the left thigh before kicking left toes up towards the ceiling. As we arrive here, can you point and flex through your foot? The next time you flex your toes back towards your face, we will pause here. If you're craving more sensation, you can walk your hands further up your left leg, or you can straighten your right leg. Maybe both. Noticing if your breath just got shorter. Lengthen yourself back out or ease out. Keeping your left toes extended up towards the ceiling, release your hands and rebend into your right knee if your right leg is straight. Flip your palms down towards your mat and press your hands into your mat beside your hips. And as you exhale, begin to slowly lower your left heel down to hover your mat. And as you inhale, slowly sweep your toes back up towards the ceiling. Maybe you imagine that you're moving through molasses or your favorite sticky substance. Give yourself a bit of resistance. Two more times. When you've completed your second round, bend into your left knee, take your left foot down, step your feet wide, and let's sway the knees in between sides. As your legs find stillness, pull your knees in towards your chest. Drop your left foot down and weave your right hand to the inside of your right knee to find your expression of half happy baby. Choosing to keep your left knee pointed up towards the ceiling, or maybe opening your left knee out wide. One option is not better than the other. Choose to honor your body. It's okay if you feel a sticky spot or a few sticky spots. You direct your breath right to those areas. If your left knee is open, slowly close it. Now release your right hand and bring your right knee into your chest. Interlacing your fingers behind your right thigh, kick your toes up. Now let's begin to point and flex through right foot. Choosing not to rush here so that you can find sensation as you point your toes to the top of your foot and sensation through the back of your leg as you flex your toes back. The next time your toes flex, we will pause here. Option to stay here. Option to walk your hands higher or to extend your left leg long. Looking only to find a reasonable amount of sensation. If your left leg is straight, rebend into your left knee, plant your left foot down, releasing your hands and pressing them into your mat beside your hips. As you exhale, right heel begins to lower. Imagine that you're stepping into something. Leg is really active. Inhale, sweep back up. Exhale, take your time as you lower. Inhale to gently bring yourself back up towards the ceiling. Last one. Rebending into your right knee, planting your right foot down, keeping feet about hips distance, scoot your heels in towards your bum, choosing to press your hands down or maybe finding robot arms, fingertips point up. And as you inhale, begin to lift your hips high up towards the ceiling. Don't be afraid to squeeze the glutes. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to rise, thinking about your knees moving up towards the top corners of your mat. Exhale, taking your time as you lower. Body waving to the pace of your breath. Now let's find one more. Once your bum comes back down, release your hands, lengthen your legs long, and begin to press yourself up to a tall seat with your legs out in front of you. No rush to get there, as always. Now that straps are handy, you'll have it nearby to loop around the ball mount of both of your feet before you sit back up tall. Holding your strap firmly, but not like you're mad at it. As you inhale, point your feet. And as you exhale, flex your toes back. Adding a bit of resistance here as you move back and forth. One more time with both feet moving at the same time. And then we'll begin to switch one foot and then the other. Finding some stretchy sensations through the arches of your feet. Evening yourself out, and then coming to stillness. Slowly begin to walk your hands down your strap until you find a sticky place, and then we'll hold here in our forward fold. Keeping a sense of lift through the heart, allowing the hinge to come from the pelvis rather than rounding through your back body. Inhale to rise back up. Loop your strap just around your left foot as you bend your right knee and open your right knee out wide, hugging your heel in as close as you can comfortably to the midline of your body. Holding your strap, begin to hinge forward again. Maybe finding the same sticky spot or maybe a different one. Inhale to rise up, extend your right leg out, step your right foot into your strap, and then bend your left knee. Open your knee out wide, rooted through your sit bones, seated tall, and then hinge. Energy flows where your attention goes. Can you send the sticky spots you're feeling some love and attention? And maybe your exhales begin to carry a little bit of that tension away, bit by bit, breath by breath. Use your inhale to rise up, release your strap. And as you extend your left leg beside your right, give both of your legs a little wiggle and shake before we lean over to one side and make our way to tabletop. Having your block handy near the top of your mat may be beneficial. Checking in with the fingertips, pointing your index fingers forward or slightly out towards the top corners of your mat. And let's begin to wave through cat-cow. As you inhale, drop your belly down, lift your gaze up. Exhale, rounding from tailbone all the way up your spine. Chin comes into your chest. Inhale, waving forward. Exhale, rounding back. Last cycle. As we meet in a neutral spine of tabletop, keep your toes tucked under and slowly walk your hands back towards your knees as you shift more weight into your heels. Choosing to keep your hands down, or if you like the sensations you're feeling, maybe you come to a full kneel, knowing that it's really spicy and you don't have to stay here. I listen to my body and I honor what it needs. Are you honoring yourself here? Let's find one more breath together. Inhale to take your hands down, untuck your toes naturally, and then give them a bit of a tap onto your mat. From here, finding stillness. And as you inhale, extend your left leg back behind you. Exhale, left knee comes in towards your chest as you step your left foot through between your hands. Bring your block to the inside of your left foot. And let's place left hand onto our block. As you inhale, begin to straighten-ish through your front leg. Exhale, rebend. 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen. Doesn't have to get fully straight. Who cares? Exhale, rebend. Moving in slow motion 1 more time. And now as you bend deep into your left knee, keep your left hand on your block and begin to twist to the right, reaching your right arm up towards the ceiling. Maybe you press your left knee and your left arm together for a sense of stability, groundedness. One more inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down. Choosing to support yourself however you wish as we settle into lizard. Maybe block is under both of your hands. And notice if you have the space to scoot your right knee back a little bit further. Maybe you untuck your back toes. Maybe you unclench your jaw. Keeping your right toes untucked as you slowly sink your bum back to your right heel, lengthening your left leg long. Maybe you use your block to support you. Left toes can be pointed forwards. Left toes can be up towards the ceiling. Doesn't matter how low you go here. If something doesn't feel good, you listen to yourself and you adjust. Pressing into the top of your right foot as you rebend into your left knee, coming back forward. Hands support you as you lift your right knee completely and plant your right toes on a 45. Block comes onto its highest height as you hinge up into warrior one. Both hips are square here. Left hip is moving back. Inhale, straighten through your left leg. Exhale, tip yourself forward, resting your hands onto your block, or maybe your left thigh if your block feels far away. Resisting the urge to lock out through your left knee, you'll feel half the amount of stretch. Let's keep our bodies safe, bending and bending. Bending softly into your left knee, pivot your left toes onto a 45, and then take a giant step up with your right foot, landing your right toes on a 45, slowly lowering into Malasana, maybe using the kickstand of your block to support underneath your sit bones. Trusting that you know what depth is best for you. Sometimes it's nice to sink into flexibility. Sometimes it's nice to lift up an inch and offer a bit of a challenge. Taking your hands down, begin to step your feet back into plank. Drop your knees down and begin to soften into child's pose. Maybe your knees are together. Maybe they're as wide as your mat. What would feel best here? If child's pose does not feel restful in your body, maybe you press yourself up to a kneel or find a different shape. Coming back to your slow, steady inhale and your slow, steady exhale. Staying here for one more cycle of breath. Take your time. Sip in slow and release the same way. Inhale, let's come forward into tabletop. Settle through the foundation first, and then begin to kick your right leg back. Right knee comes in towards your chest. Step your right foot through, block to the inside of your right foot. Both hands or one hand on your block. And as you inhale, straighten-ish your right leg. Exhale, rebend. Inhale until you feel some tension. And then as you exhale, allow that tension to release. One more time straight. One more time bending. Right hand onto your block, twist to the left. Left arm reaches up. Press your right arm into your right leg. Left hand comes down. Maybe both of your hands are supported onto your prop as we melt into lizard pose. Maybe your left knee can scooch back a little bit further. Maybe not. That's okay. How does it feel to untuck your back toes? Sometimes that little release of tension around the left knee allows the rest of your body to soften too. Hands, your block are supporting you as you slowly shift your weight back into your left heel. Right leg straightens, your bum can stay lifted, or you can melt all the way back. Pressing into the top of your left foot, bending back into your right knee. Both hands support you as you lift your left knee up and plant your left toes on a 45. Bend deep into your right knee. Both hips pointing forward, arms reach up, warrior one. Inhale to straighten through your front leg. Exhale, hinging forward, hands to your thigh or down onto your block. Try and kick your mat away from you with your right foot, and notice how that sends energy out not only through your right foot, but also back behind you through the back of your right hip. Right knee bends, right toes pivot off of your mat, left foot steps forward, and let's lower into Malasana. One final time. Hands come down, feet step back, lower your knees down and soften into child's pose, a kneel, or any restful shape. Instead of holding yourself up or pressing your bum back, can you choose to be more passive and receptive here? Can you choose to be soft? Inhale, coming forward into tabletop. Exhale, lean over to one side, come on to your bum. Extend your legs out in front of you, and we'll take soles of feet together, opening knees wide. Big, full, wide chest here first. Exhale, tipping forward. Maybe your elbows are to the inside of your knees, not adding any pressure, but a point of connection. Thinking about sending energy forward through the crown of your head rather than down towards your toes. Inhale to slowly hinge yourself up. Use the help of your hands to close up your knees. Step your feet wide and take your hands back behind you like kickstands. From here, begin to hook your right ankle on top of your left knee. The further away your left toes are, the less sensation you will feel. And if you want more, you can scoot your left heel in really close. Keeping your right ankle hooked, begin to lengthen your left leg long on your mat. Walk your hands in to frame your hips, and you can choose to stay upright, or you can begin to tip forward. Sometimes after lots of stretching on the back of the leg, our legs feel looser, and this may feel really good, but you can also feel tighter, and that's okay as well. There's no right or wrong here. This is yoga practice and not yoga perfect. If it feels good to you, you're doing exactly what you're meant to be doing. As you hinge yourself back up, lengthen your right leg long. Give both of your legs a little wiggle. Come back to stillness. Take your hands behind you, bend your knees. Right foot stays down, left ankle on top of your right thigh. Choose to stay here or scoot your right heel in closer. Listen to your body. You know what's best for you. In slow motion, begin to extend your right leg out, walking your hands beside your hips as you sit up tall, knowing it's a great option to stay here. Maybe you tip forward. Choosing to sink into a space that feels sticky but not painful. Use the full length of your inhale to slowly rise back up and release your left ankle. Give your legs a little wiggle. And this is where you will choose to complete your practice seated, staying here, or maybe you begin to lay down. What would feel best for you? Maybe finding a few more windshield wipes to the knees, maybe a happy baby, maybe you kick your toes up to the ceiling. Maybe you're ready for stillness now, and you begin to get really cozy. Reminding yourself that these last few moments of your practice are just as important as the first few. Can you choose to be present here? Can you choose to honor your body here? And can you choose to hang up all those thoughts that have made their way back into the mind's eye so that you can more intentionally anchor into your breath? Allowing your natural rhythm to flow here. No need to manipulate the breath at all. And as you allow yourself to soak into this stillness, can you trust that I will be here to guide you back when it's time? Giving yourself one more big, big breath in. And one more big, big breath out. From here, gently bring movements back into your body as you feel ready. And as you listen into your body's needs in this moment, decide if you'd like to complete your practice laying down or if you'd like to make your way to seated now. Inhale, fingertips sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Sealing your practice in this time with a moment of gratitude for yourself, for carving out this time to honor your body, to honor your mind, and to honor your practice. Take a great big breath and fill yourself up with this gratitude. Maybe it washes over your entire body. Exhale, let your breath go. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.